I wasn't involved with any other physical health therapy at the time or natural health at all. I was working in women's studies, I was lecturing, I was working in television, and I was pregnant with my first son. And I had a lot of difficulties in this pregnancy. I was so uncomfortable. I wasn't blooming at all. I was in pain, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't walk. It was really, really difficult. And in the end, our delivery was really difficult. We had every intervention you could imagine. And by the time my son was almost 2, I was really becoming disabled. I remember sitting at work holding a pen in my hand, and I had to constantly put it down because I could feel the weight of it in my hand. My parents were in Canada, I was living in Ireland, and they were really worried. And when I went home to Canada to visit, they said, "You have to try a Bowen practitioner." And I had never heard of it. So I went along and I had a treatment. And afterwards I thought, geez, that was really pleasant, but there's no way those little moves did anything. I think that's what a lot of people think when they have their first treatment. And I went home and I slept a lot, but sure, that could have been jet lag. And then I woke up the next day and I started to set the table, and I walked across the room and I moved a chair over to the dining room table. And I realized I lifted a chair. So I went across the room and I picked up my son. He was almost 2 and I'd never picked him up before. And I couldn't believe it. So I had a couple more treatments, but I had this problem for 2 years. I could see my whole life falling apart. And within a few treatments, I had no symptoms at all. So I changed, well, I didn't mean to change my direction at all. I'm driven to know and understand. I looked at the training, it was very, very accessible. I went to go learn. I had to understand how does this do what it does? And after I trained, I couldn't help but offer it to people because it's so empowering on the body.